Woodland large tool bags. Black OD diaper bags. These are not on the website. If you want one of these, you send an email. We quote you, and then we build it. 12 gauge micro rigs and Coyote. Red with black boot bags. Multicam black mesh pockets. Red multicam black. Let's look and see what's on the floor. OD something, so large tool bags or tool bags probably. OD tool bags. Multicam black large tool bags. Tiffany blue fanny packs. Olive drab clothes bags. OD clothes bags medium. OD black clothes bags medium. Black webbing Velcro medium. Those are OD black, so a double batch has been cut there. DJ Guzman, what's up? Scott Taylor, Joseph Frazier, Benjamin Brewer, what's up? Byron Roberts, James F, what's up? Pet Perspective, Mr. Greg, what's up? Hey, your Facebook got hacked, huh? I think that was you. Some day packs there. Dude McButter, what's up? These are all boot bags right here. John Witherspoon, what's up? These are toiletry bags. Landon, what's up? These here are tool pods. Tool bags right here. Mini packs down there. There's two large clothes bags right there. Medium clothes bags. Small clothes bags. Received 2 orders, mini pack and tourniquet, dressing and tourniquet. Right on, man, right on. Thanks for the orders, Benjamin. Levi, what's up? Chase Peoples, how are you? Jose, what's up? Fupa danglers. XL fupas. Standard fupas. Fanny packs. Coyote 12 gauge micros. OD 308 sport front chest rigs. Black 2-point convertibles, slings. 30-30 lever gun 4570 chest rigs. Coyote AKM4 micros, multicam black AKM4 micros, Highlander AKM4 micros, subgun micros. These are all left-hand rigs. A couple more day packs there. Round duffel bags. I think we're going to completely discontinue these. BBD bags, multicam black and woodland. We've also got some OD and OD black ones going. Black single point slings, OD single point slings, 2-point convertibles, Coyote and black, as well as some gray back there. We've got bright colors also. 12 or 14 days, I don't know what we're talking about, bud. Tommy Chicago, what's up? How are the chickens? Oh, great, man. I've got probably 50 or 60 in brooders right now that'll come on production this spring. And then I've got, you know, probably a little under 200 others. Easy K, what's up? Somebody says Bakersfield OD. I don't know what that means. Does SOE make MP5 pouches? No, we make a subgun chest rig which holds MP5 mags right here, and I can ship you on Monday morning. I think I've got them also. Nope, all multi-cam. Oh no, there's some. Coyote also back there. $70.90 you on here. If we're going to do these lives, you got to hit that thumbs up. Wallets, zippered knife pouches, S1KM. Dude, I can't even make that out. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Congressional vote today. Democrat congressman went into a hallway and pulled the fire alarm. Well, then he should be removed. Not only removed, he should be removed and jailed. Dave, what's up, buddy? Cool Sunday plans or SR? No plans for. We'll do a ton of shit on the property here. Amanda and I went out and had some Mexican food tonight. We just got back. Other than that, just work around the property all day. Tons of shit done. Lots of shit. Mowed the entire back. We picked a bunch of pokeberry, which we will freeze tomorrow. Moved. Are we online? Are we back? I can't see. Okay, we're on. These are pokeberries right here. Ricochet, Kirby, what's up? To the gallows. 3,000 views last night's video, and there's not even 200. That's what I'm talking about, man. I think I'm gonna cut the likes. I think I'm gonna cut the lives down. I'm just not gonna fucking do them. I do a ton of content, and we've got plenty of people that are members. Maybe we'll just start doing the lives for members. Maybe just do one open one, and if they can't do the free thing, then they can just be members. And there's plenty of you guys that are members. The pokeberries are definitely not edible. They can actually kill you. So they are medicinal for certain purposes. Check it out, look it up, and then make a decision if it's right for you. It's a trip, man. You post anything with pokeberries. I have a video I'm building, just a little short, and it'll get more comments than any real content that I post, and it'll be a bunch of negative comments, people telling you that you're going to kill yourself and you shouldn't even touch them. And the crazy shit is, it's people that have never commented on your shit, who you don't know, and have none of their own information posted. It's very weird how controversial things like that, they'll crawl out of the woodwork for it. But the people who follow your content and interact with you can't even push the like button. It's absolutely baffling. They act like you owe them this, right? They act like I owe them to walk around this shop for 90 minutes every night and have a conversation. They literally can't be bothered to push the fucking button. Sending my belt this week to be reworked. Had it for 7 years. I would talk to us first, Dave, before you do that, and know that it's not going to turn around really quickly. So if you're going to send it in here and then start emailing me and telling me how you need your belt, then buy a new belt before you send it. Just be aware of that. Nobody's going to touch it for weeks. We're getting ready to shut down for an event, and we're just building tons of stuff. So make sure you communicate with us before blindly sending it in. Pokeberries have that rumor, same as black nightshade berries, despite nightshade being used for long times in jams and pies. Yeah, the pokeberries seem to eradicate certain kinds of cancers. A lot of lower GI intestinal issues seem to go away with them. The big thing around them is that they have cyanide in the berries. And the way people typically take them is they swallow them whole. They pass through your body and you excrete the cyanide. It's when you chew them up, right? They cannot actually digest. The seeds don't digest in your body. You pass them through. Kevin Ledford, man, how are you, man? How's the boys? Any way to know in advance when something is going to be in stock? There is some gear I'm interested in ordering, but when I checked the site, a lot of stuff's out of stock. Yeah, you just have to know how to be a customer. That's the real answer. We have a text app. We're going to send you a text every night. And being that you've been on the website and you haven't joined the text or email app, it is absolutely crazy that we're having this conversation. So you join the text app. We're going to send you a text every day. You could also just join the email, but we're going to send you an email only 3 days. Most of the stuff that we do, all the bigger, newer stuff, goes typically up on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And it sells out on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it never makes it to the email app. Now, we run promos that get you some free items sometimes, some cool little things. And we put those up into the email Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And you can be like, well, I'm only ordering when there's some promo. Then you'll never get the new stuff. What is it you're looking for? Because I get emails all the time. I got an email from a dude the other day. He's like, I've been trying to buy this thing for 9 months. I'm like, well, that's weird because we ran them 3 months ago and we ran them 2 weeks ago. Here's the thing. I sell every single thing I make. Whether I get new customers or not, everything we make sells. When dudes are like, hey, do you have this thing? I'm like, I don't have it. But if you order it, we will send it to you as soon as we have it and you will be sure to get it. No, I'll wait. Just let me know when you have it. Okay, I need you to know that I'm never going to let you know when I have it. So make sure you're on our email or text app. I sell everything I make. I don't care who buys it. It's going to sell whether that guy buys it or the other 10 guys that get there before him. Because I have enough clients that it's important enough they interact every night on this video. And I walk around on this video every night and show you what was made each day and also show you what's in the process of being sewn on each sew station. So I don't have to tell a dude, hey, we're about to roll these tool bags are going to go up in a couple days, because they know, they just saw all these tool bags being out here and they know, oh, OD Black and OD tool bags are on the way. Boys are good. 2 jobs, 1 in college, all Eagle Scouts. Man, the Eagle Scout, there's a huge common denominator with all Eagle Scouts, man. You don't see any unsuccessful Eagle Scouts. You don't see any drug addict Eagle Scouts. You don't see anything negative with Eagle Scouts. Always been under the impression nightshade was just a slang term for water hemlock. No, man. Tomato plants are even nightshades. What I've seen on the other content creator, it is comfortable for everyday carry. Remember the FUPA, there are multiple ways. I don't know what we're talking about there. Small flat pack came in clutch for holding my egg sinkers. Nice. I did not know that the FUPA stood for until I heard it. It stands for fat upper pussy area. We've told everyone that. Everyone. I'm pretty sure we even said it in our videos. One of the reasons you aren't getting likes is the shorts function on many phones will show you're live, but do not show any option for likes. You have to click multiple times to get to your channel. Okay, this has nothing to do with shorts. This is a live. Is my live being played through short broadcast? Question mark. Is the FUPA comfortable to wear every day for wallet, phone, CCW, and fanny pack? I can tell you how great my stuff is all day long. Let's let some of the guys here tell you. And your idea of comfort and my idea of comfort might be 2 very different things. I've got a 1990 Suburban outside. It's badass. It'll run during the end of the world. It'll crawl through anything. It'll pull almost everything. It's got a brand new motor, transmission, all new suspension. Every piece of rubber in the truck's been replaced. I've got probably $35,000 additional dollars in that truck, but you know what it is? It's a 1990. That means it's got 1990 windshield wipers. It's got 1990 air conditioning and heat and 1990 roll down windows. Is it comfortable? Yeah. It's not nearly as comfortable as my brand new Toyota sitting out front though. It's just what's comfortable to you and what's comfortable to me could be very different things. I got a Porsche Panamera, got a Range Rover, got a couple other cars. They're way more comfortable than that Suburban. Big dude, FUPA, multi-day wear. No, I don't have the issues he stated. No, because because they're on shorts. It doesn't make any sense. FUPA carries shield, 2 extra mags, multi-tool, knife. Yep. They work great as a crossbody bag. They work great as a fanny pack. They also come with a set of shoulder straps so you can wear them as a chest pack. I wear my FUPA XL all day. Full-size pistol, 7 loaded mags. Small blowout kit with a cat in the front pocket. Oh, cat tourniquet. Good to know if the need for poison. Look up Poison Garden. There's some beautiful curated gardens. Most of them seem to be in Europe. And it's typically females who are poisoners. And most of them fancy themselves as witches. They have beautiful greenhouses that are usually black wrought iron or cast iron with real glass. And they've got some beautiful gardens, and they are all poisons. FUPA crossbody, yep. Poison gardens, yeah, they're beautiful too. They're beautiful. People who curate and keep poison gardens typically they seem to be very meticulous. Pinterest has a ton of that stuff too. When I go to the channel, it shows the logo on every video short, and it says live. Interesting. Interesting. If you can comment, which everybody on here can, and you simply back out of comments, it will give you the option to like. What size woodland bags do we have? XLs. Wait, what are we talking about? Woodland bags. What woodland bags are you asking about? Have on the floor. What are we asking about? On what floor? On the ground in here or on the SOE floor? I've got woodland boot bags, woodland day packs, woodland tool bags, woodland XL FUPAs, woodland standard FUPAs, woodland BBD bags, woodland medium clothes bags, woodland small clothes bags. In the meantime, I'm spending about $1,000 a year spraying to keep the hemlock out of my irrigation ditches. Can you burn them? Could you burn it out? Just swipe down the live chat and the button on the right. Got the t-shirt, We the People. Another badass from SOE. Right on, guys. We do a t-shirt every week. This was last week's United States Post-Apocalypse. We do shirts every week. We do 120 pieces. And rarely do we ever rerun a shirt. This here is the most recent, 16. And then they get compressed. When we're down to just a few and a new one comes in, we take the few and we just put them into individual cubby holes. Woodland Day Packs. You're going to love it, Ricochet. The text, app, and email. Yep. Hit the like, commenting for the algorithm. Yeah, what you will see, these videos are all up there. You can go see live videos from the last 2, 3, 4 years. And what you will see on this video tomorrow, after this is over with tonight, you'll see multiple comments tomorrow, and people are going to say, I knew you were live, but I couldn't find the live. And here's a good example. There's 146 people on right here right now, but only 67 have hit the live. When you guys hit the live, it tells the algorithm it's important enough for you to share this video and push it out, and then they push it out to more people. I say a lot of things. Our videos are not monetized. We have not had a monetized video in the last 60 days. We don't make any money off of any of these videos because we say stuff that YouTube does not like us saying. If we're making millions, I'd love to have them all concrete. Oh yeah, no shit, man. People are always like, oh man, look at that car. Oh man, look at that truck. I drive past places and I'm like, man, look at that pile of gravel. Man, look at that tractor. Man, that concrete driveway right there cost more than my entire property did. The Ventracs are really good for doing that. The Ventracs, they have a pivoting deck so you can mow around pond edges and down in culverts and drains and stuff. One time I forgot to hit the thumbs up. Next day I slammed my finger in the door. That's right. That's right. That's the Lord punishing you. You mentioned selling out faster than usual over the holiday yesterday. Are bags that you always make for the holidays or just based? No. Everything starts selling out. As we roll closer to Christmas, stuff that we have, guys buy it up and they hold on to it. You can probably still get stuff that's sold out. Guys buy our shit up when we put it up. There's guys that'll buy 5, 6 of these tool bags for $225 or whatever we charge for them. They'll sell them for twice that on eBay. Go to eBay. You'll see shit on eBay selling for twice what I sell for. Because I don't have any dealers. They buy it up at whatever I want retail, and they sell it. And they'll put it up there and list it. People buy that shit twice what we sell it for. Being envious of another man's concrete driveway says something about the driveway. Man, I just know what concrete costs. I just know what it costs. I have a 5, this building right here is 10,000 feet. 10,000 feet is 165 feet. I have a building kit sitting out front here on the ground. The concrete to put this building, the other part, basically what it's going to do, it's going to turn this bottom floor from 10,000 feet into 15,000 feet. It's sitting right over here. Well, you can kind of see it. That whole, all that shiny stuff there, that's all a building kit. This building here is 165 feet. To put concrete from here, 35 feet out, and the whole length, it's $85,000. I know what concrete costs. Nice. October going to be a busy month. Yeah, always. Hose and dozers, way more expensive than cars. Yeah, and way more useful. Way more useful. Yeah, concrete's expensive, guys. Just did a driveway with regrind asphalt, all junk. Can't get it to pack. Yeah, how about reclaimed concrete, like recycled concrete? I've heard about that too. Can confirm. I sell tool bag lights on eBay all day long, 70 to 80. Yep. And that's a free bag he got. He gets a free bag and sells them for 75 to 80. Know of a way to get rid of a nest of wood bees. My building seems to be infested in the floor joists. Can you spray diesel in there? Diesel works pretty well. You could probably use alcohol too. If you sprayed alcohol, it would probably dissolve, but it would probably kill them also if you could get to them. 10 by 13 room quote, build out 10-foot ceiling, $3,300. Love the podcast today. Skulls has been going hard. Yeah. Wood and drywall only. Yep. Yeah, everything's expensive. And while we're talking about everything's expensive, it's not coming down in price. That's the new price. It's not coming back down. Lightly mist, freshly graded asphalt millings with diesel compact on a hot day. Can you get a roller in there? We used to bring a vibratory roller in here. It was enormous. It would literally shake this building when it was on vibratory. And then we got a newer one, like a little Volvo one or something that was half the size, and it does not work half as well. Get you the biggest roller you can get. Saw a federal minimum wage story talking 11 to 17. You know what that's going to do? It's going to put a ton of little businesses out of business. It's going to make the employee issue even more difficult than it is. And it's all designed to put mom and pops out of business. Walmart will be able to do it. Home Depot will do it. Lowe's will do it. McDonald's will do it. But the mom and pop, they ain't going to do it. Because you know what happens when all the minimum wage goes up? Everything else costs more. They charge more for everything else. It's about further division between you and them. You used a roller, didn't use diesel. Hot roller, spray some diesel fuel on it. Looking to buy land. How's the availability down there? There's land available everywhere for anyone. It's just how much money you have. Is there land available? Absolutely. I know a dude has 200 acres over here. He's buying another 100 right now. He just harvested the timber off of his, and I believe that paid the entire mortgage on the property, the whole entire note. He's splitting the wood 50-50 with the timber company. Poor people will be like, yeah, more money. Then a Big Mac will go up to $20 a burger. Guys, I went to Burger King a month ago, 35 bucks. And I said, what the fuck did you order? It was 2 hamburgers, two Whoppers, double Whoppers cheese. I think there was a chicken sandwich in there and some chicken tenders. And I think that was it, $35. I went and bought 2 ribeyes at a grocery store last night. They've got their own meat department. I bought 2 ribeyes, a package of mushrooms, like a container of mushrooms, a yellow crookneck squash, a cucumber, and some onions. 35 bucks. Tax, yep. Any thoughts on the tack strap by Alien Holsters? It is a drop leg strap that is also a ratcheting tourniquet. Seems like a solution looking for, yeah, it's exactly what it looks like. I don't know guys that are training for real wearing Alien Holsters. Alien Holsters has some good marketing. They've got a ton of fucking goobers that wear their shit. But I don't know anybody that's training for real, and I definitely don't know anybody carrying guns on a daily basis wearing one of those holsters. And as far as Blackhawk put out these whole contractor set of BDUs that came with built-in tourniquets and built-in on the legs and the arms. I know dudes that were, going out and putting, pre-staged tourniquets on all their guys. But I couldn't imagine having a tourniquet on a strap for a holster. Cool marketing. You're going to have plenty of fucking goobers all over the gun forums wearing those things or buying them. Most of those dudes that are going to buy that have never put on a tourniquet. What mesh pockets are available? What do you want, large or small? Velcro backed? Is that what you're asking about? I've got black, small Velcro, multicam black, small Velcro, arid, small and large Velcro, large, multicam black. Tags Live, one of his viewers said, someone should make a We the People, not the government shirt. I was wearing one yesterday. That was the shirt we did this week. It's We the People, not we the government. It's funny these days. Tourniquets are the go-to to stop bleeding. When I was in the Marine Corps, tourniquets were last resort. Well, yeah, you were told that tourniquets, you'd lose limbs and all kinds of stuff. But nobody pointed out that during surgery, they'll have tourniquets on for, 7 hours. Are we still making extra small mesh pockets? Yeah, we had a bunch of them last week. We've probably got some out here cut right now. For guys listening that are not aware, a small mesh pocket is half the size of a large. So where you can put a large, you can put two smalls. An extra small is half the size of the small. So half the size, half again, half again. That's how they stack right there. Tourniquet on a holster. Sounds like a really bad way to end up with an accidental discharge when you're panicking to get a tourniquet off of the holster. I doubt it, Amanda. It's probably on the outside or something, but it's, who knows, man. Whatever. Fucking buy whatever you want. Buy whatever you guys want. Oh, he's bleeding. Let's pump him full of fluid. Well, that used to be the thing, right? Volumize, to volumize the blood flow, let's put lactated ringers inside because he's losing blood. But they never took into consideration that they're losing the red blood cells, and it was just thinning out the blood. But that was the SOP, right? For a long time, that's what everybody did. You automatically started a drip line. And then infuse it, rapidly infuse it with a blood pressure cuff or an IV bag infuser. Diesel for bees works great. Don't be stingy with it. At least 2 sprays. If you have a couple hours or some kids, tennis rackets and wood bees. Tennis rackets take care of wood bees. You can buy all kinds of fancy shit. We had all the shockers and stuff. But when you miss the bee and hit the wood, you break those cheap-ass electric zapper fly swatter rackets. Just get real tennis rackets. Go to a thrift store or a sporting good or Walmart and just buy your ass a couple tennis rackets, and you will end those wood bees very quickly. Vance, what's up, buddy? Tourniquet fit in your pocket. Yeah, tourniquets will fit anywhere. Tourniquets will fit anywhere, especially with all the shit guys carry. Try to buy ivermectin, nowhere to be found. We've got it at our Walmart, buddy. Pretty sure you can still buy it online. I saw it last week at Tractor Supply. Where are you located? Like what state? Are you in like a major city or something? Do you not have horses and stuff around you? Diesel's good for spraying on forms to help release concrete. Yeah, that's what we used to put whenever we were laying concrete. We had a bug sprayer, and we would douse all of the 2x4s or 2x6s. Before we would pour the concrete in there, we would spray it with diesel. Starting to cool off, all you guys that don't drink coffee or hot chocolate. You a hot chocolate? You a cocoa? You want some cocoa? We got coffee cups. Several versions. They're online. I've got some new ones that should be here any day also. America Post-Apocalypse. Massachusetts. Yeah, I don't know, buddy. We've got it here. Have a friend in another state or another, out of a city or something, buy it for you and just mail it to you. It's cheap. It's like $14 a tube. It's in the pet section at Walmart. Or yeah, you can order it on. I think it's even on Amazon, guys. Tractorsupply.com. You can order it right there. Walmart.com. Look at these pieces of quartz. Aren't those pretty? Holy shit, they're heavy. That rock's heavy. Serious tourniquet snobs out there. I keep a rat's run in line with my belt. Love it when guys without a tourniquet, tell me I'm wrong for having it. It always is, man. It's the same turds in the night vision crew. It's I mean, just look at primary, secondary. Great information in there. Bunch of fucking assholes. There's a few dudes in there doing a ton of shit. And then there's all the guys that are going to round around all the other forums and tell you you're wrong, and they're not doing shit themselves. It's always, it's the total social media thing. You will never see somebody successful talking shit on somebody else's social media. And anytime you see somebody rabid about something on social media, telling you you're working out wrong or calling you fat, when you go to look at their pictures, they don't have no pictures. Never. Successful people don't have time to talk shit to other people, especially people they don't know. Got a hell yeah from a couple old timers at football game today with the We the People shirt. Man, the old guys love our shirts. Women love our shirts. Older dudes love our shirts, man. Every time I'm at a Home Depot, a Lowe's, someplace where there's men, they all, like, women come up to me and I'm like, what the fuck is this gonna be in? And it's weird. It's like it's a dirty, it's like they're saying something inappropriate. They're like, I love your shirt. I love your shirt. And then old dudes are like, right on. Be your own first responder. Combat Art mentioned a major fail when an officer responded by starting chest compressions when a lady's arm was severed. Yep, he was on my live feed saying that. Yeah, it's social media driven, man. Because you can get the feeling of being included in something without having to actually do something. When's the last time you put a tourniquet on? Oh, I train every day. Hey, let me see the bruises. When's the last time you took a shotgun class? Last week, brother. Really? Let me see your bruises that do not exist. Passed a spending bill after all the doom. What did they sneak in? I hadn't even heard about it, man. Listen, the government shutting down, that's just to ratchet up your discomfort. The government shutting down never shuts the IRS down. It only shuts down things that affect the people. They weren't going to shut down Ukraine. Do you know they're paying the pensions for people in Ukraine? Do you know they're paying for fucking shopkeepers to stay open in Ukraine? Do you know they're paying for small businesses in Ukraine? But they shut all your businesses down for 3 years. Put over 50% of small-owned businesses went out of business that 3 years. But they're paying for Ukraine small businesses. Yeah, it doesn't shut down aid to the IRS. Doesn't shut down the ATF. Let me see that raw ass thumb from feeding that heavy lady. Yeah. Oh, you took a class? How many rounds? Oh, 200 rounds? That's cute. That's cute. Brandon, don't give a fuck. I agree with you 100%. I also don't believe, number one, that that's the same man. And I don't believe that ever he was cognizant of what was happening. If you or me had a family member or an employee that acted like Brandon, you and I would be brought up on elderly abuse. Because we didn't have him, because we had him in dangerous situations. That man has fallen down and upstairs more in the last year or 2 years than I've tripped in my entire fucking life. You and I would be brought up in charges if our elderly parent was in a position like he is. Government shutting down. Someone get me a tissue. Yeah. Wouldn't you not? Would your life be better if the government truly shut down? What have you done in this last 30 days that involved the government that you did by choice? Oh, the DMV shut down? Oh, shit. Oh, no. I've used one, but you need to ensure you're using it correctly and actually have a pocket arterial bleed. Brandon to the third power. Do you have any knowledge on these Sam Junction tourniquets? Saw one on Refuge Medical. Oh, is that the big ones? They use an air bladder. Is that like the abdominal tourniquet or something? Seen a junctional tourniquet on and I teach up a C class beyond my capabilities. Before becoming trauma nurse, worked on neuro floor. Lots of dementia patients. He shows a lot of the same symptoms, especially with the falling. Yeah, of course, man. Of course. I don't think anybody out there disputes that. They might say otherwise, but they don't have the interest that you and I have. Guess I'll have to hold on to my registration money. Yeah. For a car that you already purchased and sales tax that you already paid. Took ivermectin, pretty sure it saved my life, but it messed with my intestines for 3 weeks. Jeremy, there's a ton of stuff that can repopulate your intestines. There's also some stuff you can take prior to help protect your gut biome and such, prior to killing everything off in there. Same as doing a detox. USPS still works during shutdown. Of course they do. Because people would riot. They got to keep the savages at bay. It's just like turning off the electricity. If you see the electricity go off, you know shit's really over with. Because that's what keeps people pacified. Live in incorporated village. We pay, have our own sanitation. Guys, police, and school gets paid by our village taxes. Yep, fuck the federal government. I think worming my horses, cows, digs all year for my entire life has kept me pretty healthy, probably. Hey, trauma nurse. Do you like the trauma nurse better than the neuro floor? Dad retired, right on. What's he gonna do now? When you have 50 to 60 animals, ivermectin gonna get all over you. Yeah. Ivermectin, you can put it on your rabbits too, and it'll take care of like ear mites. Do you know how I got ivermectin inside me? I squirted it on a spoon and put it on my tongue and chased it with water for, I don't know, 6 days, whatever the dosage was. That's how I got ivermectin inside me. How many door handles have you removed from anuses? We got a friend that works at a, not a trauma center, but, well, there's a trauma center there, but they don't work on the trauma center. But we get photos every now and then of crazy things that have been up people's assholes. This right here. Are we back on? I start showing ivermectin and the feed cuts off. Anything you can do to keep the volume loud? There's nothing I can fucking do, man. Put headphones in and turn your volume up. My ivermectin falls on a Triscuit. Ivermectin is on the CDC website recommended for COVID. Imagine that after they said it was going to kill everybody. The apple flavor, that's what that is. All you pussies worried about hiding the taste of ivermectin, I literally put it on a spoon. I put the spoon upside down and wipe it on my tongue. And then I take a mouthful of water and I just swallow it. It doesn't even taste bad. It's over with in seconds. Hold your breath if you're worried about it. Secret collection of x-rays. I bet they do. Prisoner wallet everyday carry. Apple flavored. All I've ever seen is the apple flavored. Says he's going to travel. I figure it's 6 months before he gets a part-time job. Cool. Pierre, we're talking about x-rays of weird things that should not be in people's anuses. Once you've done castor oil, you can do everything. Yeah, and castor oil, like you take castor oil and put it like on the side of your neck, on that divot right by your jaw there, right? You can use castor oil a lot of times without ingesting it. They did take doctors' licenses for prescribing it. That actually did happen. Jess just said she has an album full of pictures of those x-rays. Pierre, I wasn't going to name names. We need some SOE Converse style shoes. I don't wear SOE shoes, so I'm not making, then shoes, I'm never fucking making shoes. Because I have to warehouse so many fucking sizes of shoes. I will take a chance and build shit as long as it's something that I don't mind having a ton of. But shoes is not going to be one of them. You want to see the people's butt? You want to see the skeletons inside people's buttholes? SOE moccasins. Yeah, SOE Crocs. Yeah, we'll jump right on that one. I would buy a whole fucking run of Crocs just to pour gasoline on them and light them on fire. No patient info, right on. Wish John wore hats. Guys, we do hats. We've done hats a bunch of times. You motherfuckers don't buy them. Every time I run hats, I sit on hats for fucking damn near a year. I've got hats out front right fucking now that fucking haven't sold. Paid off his homestead. I don't know who we're talking about, Homestead Medical. I know a doctor whose license was suspended for writing scripts for it. He ended up with a settlement. Nice. Yuri Bezmenov. That's a fucking great name. Don't pour gas on Crocs. Use diesel. They burn longer and cry. What's the lunch menu for Tuesday? I have no idea, buddy. I have no idea. Our guy shops in the morning, so we usually don't know what the menu will be. What are you looking for?
I'm trying to decide on something.
Instead of the Auschwitz shoe piles, it could be Crocs, yes. Or the gas masks at Pripyat. I'd buy a 5950 SOE hat. I don't know what that is, man. New era fitted hats, got it. I would guess if you put hat in our search bar, all the different hats we have made will come up. these are all larges, extra larges. It's possible these aren't populated in there, but when we do hats, man, we sit on hats for a long time. Enough that it irritates me because I don't wear hats. The squeaking would indicate John is not barefoot. I was barefoot last night and people said it was still squeaking. Boss uses Tupperware container filled with vinegar to dispatch mice. He calls it mousewits. Vinegar, huh? Does he drown them or what's he do with them? If you can take a paintball tank and just run a line and plumb it into a Rubbermaid container and gas them out. It's way faster though. I just take them and fucking thwap them on the head on a bar or a shelf or something. It's way faster. They die, like, everybody's worried about being humane when you're dispatching animals. There is nothing faster than smacking them on something. Like they gulp and spaz around. It's actually seems way more painful when we like use nitrogen and shit on them. Just search the website. They say sold out right on. Boss uses Tupperware. Yep. Josh Winnie there fabricated a mouse gas chamber for me, and we used it a few times. But it's way faster to just kill them. It's way more humane to just grab them by the tail, rats and mice, and just smack them on something on the head. Do you ever raise cattle? No, I've got 10 acres and only like 4 or 5 are in grass and everything's cross fenced. So no, I've got sheep. I don't have any cattle. But I've got plenty of friends that run cattle. That's the recommended way to get rid of mice. Just a little vinegar on the bottom of a glasses and it gasses them. Weird. King rat fighting ring. No, but I raised hundreds of rats every week. We were producing hundreds of rats every single week. I've got a building up the road. We had over 1,000, well, about 800 snakes, a couple hundred lizards there. It was a full-time job for 2 people. We had 2 people full-time employed taking care of reptiles. And we bred, when I say we, most of that was me. I was producing between 100 and 200 rats every week. John didn't like the kill chamber. If it was bigger, it would have been better. Yeah, I've not ever heard about killing rats with vinegar. 100 people, only 50 likes. Yep. 116 people, only 89 likes. We had 150 people on here earlier, and it was only like 40 likes. I think we're just going to say fuck those people that can't push the like button and just cut these live feeds down, like way down, and just do live feeds with just members only. Yeah, that's our friend Dr. Barry. If you want access to Dr. Barry, you pay for it.
He does one open live feed a week, only one. And there's so many people on there that you can't get a fucking question answered because there's thousands of people.
Yeah, that's how Wrangler Star and Tim Pool and them do it. You have to pay. Like Wrangler Star and those guys, they don't even see their own super chats. Yeah. They have moderators that screenshot them and put them to them.
I don't think Dr. Barry even takes the super.
Yeah. Well, super chats are really, like fucking YouTube keeps over 40% of your super chat. So while you have this, you'll look at it and do the math and go, oh man, this guy's making all this money. By the time they take 40% of it, and then you're taxed on what you get.
Yep.
You ever see slingshot traps that throw a squirrel? I have seen those. I have seen those. I love it. And the squirrels seem fine. They don't seem messed up by it. I saw a cool video today. They've got this little birdhouse. You put it in your, like your window, you know, where you put a window AC unit. You put this little birdhouse in there. It's a clear thing, and then you put a cup in there, and the cup has bird seed, and the windows kind of come in, and it like ducks into your into the room like an aquarium, sort of like a fishbowl. But he put like a pumpkin spice latte, and then all these girls in boots and sweaters showed up. I just thought it was funny. Someone got to pay to keep the cogs spinning. So is the 40% taken and the 60/40 are taxed? Yeah, I'm sure you only get taxed. You get taxed on what you receive. How do you become a member? Back out of comments and you'll see something that says join, and you just click join. About half of the content that we put up is membership at the $10 level. So if you've seen any of our shorts, all of those shorts come from private content. That's members only content. So if you like all those shorts you're seeing, those all come from 2-hour to 3-hour podcast vlog videos. Dean Mullis, providing content on multiple platforms every day must be a challenge. I have 2 full-time guys. I spend more money every week paying people to make content, and I don't even get paid. I don't get a pay out of that. Amanda doesn't get any money out of that. Jeff gets some money out of it. Brandel gets paid, and Austin gets paid. I spend more money every single week than we make the entire month. And I fund all of it. Looking for infrared ghillie for going back to work in Russia protecting a gun runner. I don't know fucking anything about what you're talking about. If you're in a need for that, if you're in a position where you need it, I'm sure you can figure out where to get it. I don't have a clue. Providing content. When I was working in the gun shop, we machined a trap that used ramset blanks going off at point blank range right next to 50, right next to their head. Right on. Those window bird feeders are cool, yeah. Yeah, Han Solo chicks. That's it exactly, man. Good way to put that. Do you make Cordura and Tiger Stripe? Do they make Cordura and Tiger Stripe? They do, yeah. Yep. We have 2 full kits that we're giving away to our Patreon, to one of our Patreon members, 2 of our Patreon members. Tiger Stripe or Woodland. You're going to get a stacked micro rig, padded H harness, FUPA dangler, and a hydro carrier. And each winner can pick whether they want Woodland or Tiger Stripe. Do you mean Tiger Stripe like this? Is this what you speak of? Protecting a Russian gun runner. Yeah. That guy could be serious as a heart attack, but all I see is bullshit. Bullshit. I'm a certified idiot, but I still can't find the join membership pay option. Can somebody help that man, please? you plan to sell... Dude McButter, where the fuck did you come from? Do I plan to sell at gun shows? Fuck no. Why would I go to a gun show to sell my products? Gun shows are dead, dude. We did gun shows in the 90s. We stopped doing them by the early 2000s. Like, gun shows were dead then. There's nothing at gun shows but fucking trash. You got to deal with fucking dipshits. And we sell everything. We ship 200 to 400 individual orders out of here every single day. To go to a show, I got to pack all the... Like, here's an example, okay? Blade show, we would go to Blade show. It would cost me $20,000 to show up at Blade show. Just to show up, right? By the time we got hotels, paid for food, booked the venue, transported fuel, paid employees, it would be 25 grand. Bare minimum. It was usually closer to 40,000 by the time we were done. We never made a profit. There's advertising, but I don't need advertising. We went to Blade Show because I wanted to go to Blade Show. Do you know what I was buying at Blade Show? Fucking woolly mammoth tusks. That's what I was buying. I was buying fucking fossils and shit and knives. Gun shows are like the fucking dumpster of trade shows. They're fucking absolutely horrible. And the best show, what you don't realize is we went to the best shows there was when gun shows were huge. Pomona Fairgrounds, Cashman Field, right? Soldier of Fortune show. We went to the shows where it took like 3 days to see the shows. Those shows don't exist anymore. It's all fucking garbage and fucking assholes. Welcome to current events. You found it. Frames right on. Gun shows have great vegetable peelers. Yeah, it's all Chinese fucking bullshit. The gun show, what are you going to buy at a gun show? The shit you buy at the fucking checkout at Walmart, as seen on TV.
Gonna buy you a $4 zapper.
I've tried for 6 years to talk John into firing the whole staff and just make custom gear in front of a GoPro. He likes employing people. He would pay a whole town to work if he could. That's absolutely... See, Josh has been here. Josh was here in my building. I spent more time with Josh than anybody else. I've probably spent more time with Josh than the next 5, 6 people combined. The only person I spent more time with than Josh is my wife. And Josh saw all of this happen. Josh saw the ups, the downs, the ebbs, the flows. Josh always had my interest at hand, and Josh made me a better person. Josh fed me, cared for me, and looked out for me, and truly had my best interest. And I perform better when Josh was on my team. Always did. Whoa, baby, had to hit it on the MacBook. Oh, because you got an Apple phone. Gun shows are the malls. Everyone is cheap and marked up. Yep. Like, I've tried going to gun shows since I moved to Tennessee just to see a gun show, and they're so fucking miserable. Dude, we went to a gun show that was in a building with a dirt floor. It was like humid and fucking cold. Took the new Foop out on a hike today. Great piece of gear. Glad you love it, man. Thank you for your order. Great vegetable peelers. You should try to sell your stuff on the internet. Gun shows, super low rent, yeah. Like, I enjoyed going to gun shows. I don't have time for bullshit, though. My friends in Philippine USA that sell blades and make real money don't go to any commercial trade shows. No, you can't. You can't. We would go to a hotel 30 minutes away from Blade Show. We would rent out almost an entire floor. There was a Ruth Chris in the lobby. We would book out almost the entire restaurant, the whole patio area. We'd have between 30 and 60 people there. We had at least another dozen people that would show up at Blade Show to work the booth. We always compensated them. We always took care of everybody. We had a great time. But every day that I'm out of this shop, every day that I'm not here while the building is running, it takes 3 days to catch up. So if I go to a trade show and I step out of here for 3 days, we're not even back on task. We're not even back on track for over a week. I lose money going to a show that I lose money at the show, and I lose money while I'm not at the building. Legit 30-60% airsoft and stun. Yeah, stun guns, man. It's always been stun guns. North Carolina shows used to be pretty good deals. Now they are pathetic. Yeah. Yeah, it's all horrible, man. And anybody that thinks they're going to go to a gun show to get something off the books, you're dealing with a fucking cop, man. I'll bet you there are more cops and feds at a gun show than actual fucking normal civilians. You can't even find a good deal on like surplus shit at a gun show anymore. And even the surplus shops. Most surplus shops near a military base, they're closed. They do everything through the internet. You can't even walk in. If there's 20 surplus shops in Clarksville, you can't even walk in half of them. Half of them are open for business, but you can't go inside them. Defender Ammunition has way better quality and pricing. Local factory showroom. Getting up on gun, yeah, man. Everything's overpriced at gun shows. Gun shows for goobers. It's for unsuspecting, unknowledgeable. It's a good gateway. It's probably a good gateway, right? A young kid wants to know about this stuff, so he gets his mom to take him to the gun show. It's a good gateway. We have a ton of surplus shops here next to Bragg. They're all open to the public. Good, good. Clarksville was. I hadn't been to a surplus shop in Clarksville in probably 5 years. We went maybe a year ago. Amanda and I went to a bunch of them, and they're not open to the public. It's all internet sales. Gun show hot dogs. Yeah, gun shows were great in the 90s. I do remember as a young lad going to Crossroads of the West Gun Show at Del Mar Fair back in the day. That's where we went. We went to Crossroads of the West, had a gun show every single weekend between Las Vegas, Arizona, and California. We did Long Beach. We did Pomona Fairgrounds every time. We did Del Mar all the time. There were a few others in California we did. We did the Cashman Field in Las Vegas, a couple others in Vegas. We did all the Soldier of Fortune shows in Vegas, which became the Small Arms Review show in Arizona. Yeah, we did tons of Del Mar. The Del Mar gun show used to be in 2 buildings. It was huge. And they'd always have like a motorcycle, Harley, almost like motorcycle club rally get together where they had races and shit. That happened there quite a bit too. SHOT Show's hilarious. Half the companies are there to show new product while the other half can barely afford the booth. Yep. We did SHOT Show a few years, and then we went a few years. We made more money going and not having a booth. I don't have dealers. I don't need to go to SHOT Show. We would go to SHOT Show and just have a party. We would throw an after party and just invite the people we wanted from the show. Get great deals on some really high quality maker stuff. Since finding SOE, it doesn't even look close to the same. There's a lot of companies out there touting made in the USA. When you go to their social media, it doesn't look like they have any footprint. That tells me they're not made in the USA. If you've got a dude from a company telling you how great his product is and how he employs US citizens, that is something to be proud of. If you can't go on their social media and see sewing machines and see American citizens, when dudes are like, we ship hundreds of boxes out of here every day. but they don't put a picture of that up, it's because they're lying to you. Overton, what's up, man? Just snagged a saddle ring, whichever is 3230. Finish is in the wild, but function is 100%. Would have been good to see the Del Mar gun show. Yeah, yeah. Man, we didn't have smartphones. Shit, we didn't even have internet. That's used to, like, especially pre-Y2K, to sell your goods, you had to go to gun shows. Even back then, though, we had a little bullshit photocopied, stapled together catalog, and people would send me checks in the mail, or they would call me. And then, you know, years later, we would be able to run credit cards. So they'd call me and we'd run a credit card, and then we would build your shit. Even then, you know, it was a fucking 12-week wait. Red Bull Killer, yeah, Red Bull Killer. Cocaine alligator. I used to get a lot of my guns, parts, etc. from Backpack before the government got them. I don't know what that is. All we had was party lines and 8-tracks. Man, you used to call 411 on a payphone, and girls would be screaming their phone numbers out, and you'd write them down, and then you'd call them, and that was the party line. Wilson Combat had embroidered by 9 line, was marked as American made in Bangladesh tag sewn into the band. Cocaine bear versus meth crocodile. At my last job, I would get called every day by some safety dude asking for paper catalogs. We still get people that ask about a catalog. I'm like, oh, maybe you haven't heard of it. There's this thing, it's called the internet. Everything's there. People sell my old catalogs for $50 to $100. Collectors buy them up. They go up on eBay. Like, no bullshit. Old, and we didn't even have like real catalogs. We did, but the shit that was out there from the gun shows, it was a stapled together in one corner, 10 pages of paper. My friend line drawed the rigs. There weren't even photos in it. San Jose, yep, we do San Jose gun show. What's the name of the SOE belt that has the thinner front thickness? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have a clue what that would be. Look on the website, you'll see all the belts that we make. I don't make a belt that has a smaller Cobra on the front half than on the back half. Those are for dipshits. All you have to do is take the buckle off, put your belt on, and put the buckle back on. Digital SOE catalog, very cool gear in it, nice. All right, guys, I'm about to jump off here. Last minute statements, comments, questions. Meant to order a belt with your last order. You'll get your shit faster if you just order the belt separate. If you want a belt that you're going to get quickly, order a low profile belt. I was joking with a buddy about getting some generic advertising boards to staple to light poles with the Kratom and cell phone flyers. Nice. Nice. You should put up there that you have credit card numbers for sale. And when they call you, ask them for their credit card number to sell them the credit card numbers. You want this air on or you want it off, or do you care? All right. Tom Roberts, what's up? Can still find a good deal on a gun in local thrifty nickel newspapers. I still see them on Marketplace. They're just selling them as like airsoft or whatever. Or you'll see like Ruger 556 tool. Call for info, you know. Frames. If you need a rifle case, go buy a fucking rifle case. Do not wait for me to make one for you. We owe them to a few guys. We're gonna build them. When we build them, you're not gonna get one of them. It'll be private group. It'll be friends if there's even any extras of them. When we start building shit, people come in here and they're like, I want one of those. And then another dude's like, I want one of those. And then another guy's like, I want one of those. So even though we have 12, 20, 48 extras, they're spoken for before they ever get out in the wild. So if you need one, go buy something that's on the market if you need one. Been wearing your belt since 2014. Guys, we have belts out there that are pre-Y2K. Can we be friends? It's not even about friends, man. It's not even about friends. Friends fuck me up more than anything else. Because friends come in here constantly like, hey, can I order this thing? I'm like, yeah. On the motherfucking internet, you can order it. Guys will see these tool bags here, and some asshole will walk in here Monday or Tuesday and like, hey, I want to buy one of those bags. I won't sell them to them. If you want one of these bags, you should have fucking bought it this weekend when you could have been sure to get it. Because when some asshole walks in here Monday morning and we haven't pulled the orders, I don't know who's already paid for these bags and if I even have any available. It is way more of a hassle for some dipshit trying to save shipping on his order. It is fucking, you want to fuck up your order? Ask me to change your order once you've placed the order, or walk in here and try to buy something. But they always call you their friends. What's my EDC? A 12-pound rubber wiener. I carry that everywhere. A bunch of drones. My EDC is usually a Toyota 4Runner. It's not what you're asking, though, is it? What are you really fucking asking? It's all about family at Toretto. Vin Diesel's shorter than my wife. Yep. 12-pound wiener. At least you don't need to take up pocket space with it. You think I'm kidding too, don't you? Hold on, let me show you my rubber wiener. We used to sneak this into every video we would make. You can buy one of these that is actually 4 feet tall. That's a special kind of girl. For reference, the 12-inch rubber wiener will fit in a dual tool tote pouch. Yes, it will. I've had pretty good luck buying stuff from you and receiving it fast. Don't worry, I'll let you down at some point. BBD bag. Yeah, it stands for Big Black Dildo. You've been waiting for drone footage or drone content. I filmed a bunch of drone stuff today. Me out moving shit around with the skid steer and forks. My friend Bob Lester, those forks came from him. Probably my most used piece of equipment on the property are those forks. I mowed a bunch of stuff today and droned that. I've got a ton. And when I say I have buckets full of drones, I have buckets full. This Air 2S, I've flown it into trees. I've hit sides of buildings with it. I've hit guy wires. I've hit power lines. That thing, every other drone, you just barely tip it on something and it breaks a motor arm. I've got a 5-gallon bucket full of broken drones. Here's a 2S or a Mavic 2 Pro. And that's a Pro. That's a Zoom. I've got a dozen more of these things. And then they stopped producing them. So I bought a 2S just for temporary use, and pissed and moaned the whole time. Thought I was going to hate it till the first time I crashed it. I've also had that exact drone over there. This drone here I have had since before last Christmas. I've never had a drone more than 60 days that I didn't, break a motor arm or something off of. This particular one here, right before Christmas last year, went under a pond. Most of the pond was frozen. I thought it was all frozen, and it landed and went underwater. And I watched. The pond had lights in it. It was at a big, huge mega church. And there was ducks and geese sitting out on the ice. And that drone went underwater, and all of a sudden I'm looking at illuminated green light. I reversed power, and the drone flew back up out of the water, and I landed it, and I shook it off. I took the battery, shook it off, and then I tried to take off, and it wouldn't fly right. So we brought it back here. Overnight, we put it in front of a fan, and the next morning it powered up. And we went to Nashville the next day and flew the drone, and this is the exact same bird. I don't know if I just got lucky with this particular one or if they're all that durable. But the Mavic 2 Pros, man, they're great birds, but they blow up all the time. This thing here flies at 45 miles an hour. I think it'll go 45 if you take all the parameters off. It'll fly, I can fly all the way from here to the power plant, which is a couple miles. It locks out at 400 feet, but again, you can take it off. It'll fly to 1,000 feet. A few Inspired drone into the main Philly flower plant. Homeland Security thought it was an eco-terrorist. Philly flower plant, that's weird. Oh, power plant. I'll bet you're saying power plant. Sounds like holy pond water blessed your drone. Maybe. Wanted a FP. Man, I really like the FPV drones. I love the footage. It's not applicable for what I do. And guys, the FPV drones only fly for a few minutes. This drone right here flies 35 minutes on a battery. I've got 4 batteries. More important than the drone and the batteries is the controller. I fly with a smart controller. I can get 6 flights on that controller, and I don't have to tether it to a phone. A lot of those older drones, you had to tether to a phone, and it would overclock your phone, and it would overheat your phone, and you'd only get a couple of flights out of it. And if you're flying in bright sunlight, your phone doesn't go bright enough. That controller goes much brighter. And I can also have redundancy on this. So I've got an SD card in the drone. I can double write to the drone and the controller, or I can fill the drone and then write to the controller. So if I lost this and lost the footage, I would still have the footage here. Did you say Mavic 2 Pro? I just want a Mavic, been looking at the 2 and 3 Pro. So they don't make the 2 Pro. I bought more Zooms than Pros. I like the Zoom better than the Pro. The 3s are what's out there now. Nice looking bird. They'll film vertical or horizontal. I don't give a shit about filming vertical. And when you upload them to YouTube or somewhere, they're all going to upload at the same upload. So is $1,000 good for the drone and controller? Yeah. Now make sure you get a controller, Josh, that has a monitor on it though. Make sure you get, there's packages out there now coming with what they're calling smart controllers, but they're not a controller of the same quality. Bang bang, you're going to be hard pressed to find a Mavic 2 Zoom or Pro. They stopped making them over a year ago. The packages I find out there are ridiculously expensive because they stopped making them. And even if you bought it, you're probably not going to be able to get DJI Care on that old drone. DJI Care means when you smash this motherfucker up, you send it in and they repair it for you. eBay has an 800 to 900. I wouldn't buy it, buddy. I would, over buying that, I'd buy the 2S. I'd buy you an Air 2S. This has been a much better bird, takes just as good video, if not better, and it's just way more solid than the Mavic 2s were. Gas RC car to become more mainstream. I'm a little flight shy. Bought a gas RC helicopter, couple thousand, ran maybe 20 cc's of fuel through a crash. Yeah. All right, guys. I gotta pee. I'm out of here. Have a good night.